And brought to Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah, brought to Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled, Americans Getting Tired of Tipping. Source, CBS Miami. Article entitled, Americans Getting Tired of Tipping Culture, published 3 days ago. Americans are getting tired of tipping. A new survey from Bankrate.com finds 2/3 of adult respondents have a negative view about tipping and are forking over those extra dollars less often and in smaller amounts. According to the survey, tipping has steadily declined over the last several years. Only about 2/3 of sit-down restaurant goers always tip the wait staff. I feel like that should be universal, said Bankrate.com senior industry analyst Ted Rossman. We found only about half of people are always tipping their hairstylist or barber. Only about half are always tipping for food delivery. Rossman points to one looming factor as the reason. I think inflation is a big part of it. So what is inflation? According to New Oxford American Dictionary, definition 2, a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. I think money is tight for a lot of people. They feel like they have less to spare, he said. So you have gas and food prices increasing. And in most cases, people are not receiving raises. So now it's hard to keep up because of inflation. And therefore, if you do go out, you have less money to spare because of hike prices at the restaurants. And so therefore, you don't want to tip, or you will tip less. Now, on the flip side of that, you have the waiter or waitress that needs those tips to supplement her income or his income. Both parties are affected. And guess what? Things are going to get much worse. And Esau is making it by the will of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, that an individual needs 2 or 3 streams of income to sustain his household. Both the father and mother has to work now. Because of the purchasing power of that fiat money, the dollar. Ecclesiastes 12:1, remember now your Creator in the days of your youth, while the evil days come not, and we are in the midst of the evil days. Evil means bad times. Nor the years draw near when you shall say, I have no pleasure in them. Let's read this in the NLT. Don't let the excitement of youth cause you to forget your Creator. Honor Him in your youth before you grow old and say, life is not pleasant anymore. And through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, we sacrifice our youth because we want something greater, such as the kingdom of heaven. So we sacrifice our youth and our bodies, and most importantly, our mind. Okay? Hence, Romans 12:1. Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Verse 3, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So for people that rely on tips, now they have to get another side job or quit that job and find something making more because they have to sustain their household, right? Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And eventually, this prophecy will be in full effect. Now, there are a lot of businesses closing since the post-pandemic, right? And guess what? More and more businesses will be closed, right? And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, no jobs. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Second Ezra 15 and 19. And because of the lack of employment, check this out. Second Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, with the gun, the crossbow, the knife, and spoil their goods, meaning take their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And what will promote great tribulation? Not having money, the lack of resources, going through hell, your daughter in there crying because she needs milk, your woman complaining because she hasn't ate in 2 or 3 days, right? This is the evil times that Ecclesiastes is speaking of. A dog-eat-dog world. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.